Hello, beautiful people. Welcome to my channel, Tarot by Bronx. This is Tarot Talk. These are Tarot Tings, and I'm your host, Boogie down Bronx, and I'm here to take care of the Cancers. Cancer, if you're new to the channel, welcome. This reading can resonate for you if you have Cancer as a Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, or South Node sign. Quick shout out to my Patreon. This reading was released early access on Patreon. All of my readings are released early access on Patreon. From now on, I started doing this last month. It's been helping me consolidate these readings and get them out a lot faster. So if you're part of the early access gang, you're on the all access tier. Please subscribe if you're not. And unfortunately, you can't be in like the Scorpio tier and the all access tier at once. You'll probably have to try to maybe create like 2 separate accounts to do that. Not really sure if it works like that, unfortunately. So, choose which one resonates with you more. Scorpio based content only or all inclusive extended early access content. All right. And also shout out to the Cancers. If you're a June Cancer, happy birthday to you. If you're a Cancer Sun, I also have July Cancer shirts on my Etsy shop. So go check that out. Link is in the description box down below. All right. So Cancers, hopefully you guys are doing well from your last reading. Your last reading was a little bit heavier than usual. So again, hopefully you guys are feeling okay. Going into your season, we do have a lot of stuff happening in the astrological world as far as like Venus retrograde. We're in the shadow period now. Saturn retrograde. Pluto just went retrograde back into Capricorn. So you're definitely going to be feeling that. But I've talked a lot about them on my Twitter and TikTok. But if you have specific questions for me, please subscribe to the Patreon and DM me on there, and we can chat about it. All right. So thank you guys again for listening to that. The beginning of the month is always a little bit longer rant. But yeah, so let's flip over your blunt truth cards and see what is the blunt truth you need to hear for July. All right. So you have calm your tits, and then you have you are stronger than you know. All right. So this is the energy that we are starting out with for July. See if we can get some clarity on that. Can we clarify you're stronger than you know? Can we clarify you're stronger than you know? Feelings do not equal facts. We know this. What about calm your tits? Strategy needed before action is taken. Okay, so I don't really know what is we're strategizing about just yet, but we will find out. And then the feelings do not equal facts. So sometimes you can feel, and water signs, we go through this a lot. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, we do struggle with separating the facts from the feelings. Like it's hard for us to put ourselves outside of the circumstances in regards to like how we feel about it and just look at it like objectively versus subjectively, I think. So there's a situation happening here where your feelings are very much involved, but it's taking away from the fact or the matter at hand for whatever it is, okay? So let's see. What is the shadow card for Cancer for July? The Tower card in reverse. The Tower card in reverse. Okay, so seems like you're trying to hold it together, hold something together. Let's look at what the Shadow Work book says for the Tower. The Tower represents a sudden, unexpected change that takes something we have built over time and quickly forces us to start over or reset. Teaching the lesson that life is a construct that can be blown up at any time, forcing us to make unexpected adjustments. Upright and reverse, unexpected change, sudden catastrophe, and blowing things up. Okay, so in the shadow card, I heard 2 things in my head. I heard that for some of you, you feel like something is blowing up, or you feel like something is blowing out of proportion, and it's actually not. Like it's not actually as bad as it seems on the surface. But if you feel like it is, or you're anticipating it to be, sometimes we make it worse than what it is because of our feelings towards the situation. So that's why I might be saying calm your tits. All right, just calm down, Cancer. Relax. Everything is not broken, or there is something that can be resolved, or there's a strategy that can be had. All right. Or it's kind of one of those things that you're not really sure exactly how you're going to overcome a certain challenge or something unexpected that happens. But it's like dealing with your feelings first is something that can really help you. So if you're like all over the place, anxious and scared and distraught about anything that pops up, deal with those feelings so that you can clear that energy out and then focus. Okay, now I can see, let me see what's going on. What can I control here? What can I not control here? All right. So that's in your shadow work card. So it's going to be kind of hard for you to separate or discern whether something is really going wrong or something is like just feeling like bad in your head, making it a lot worse than it actually is. It's just going to be a little bit harder for you to discern for some reason. Now, what is that? I don't know. Let's see. What is Capricorn needing to separate? I said Capricorn. Sorry, Cancers. You could have Capricorn placements. Or you're dealing with a Capricorn, or a Capricorn influence is important. But Cancer, what is it that Cancer needs to work through feelings about, or hidden enemy? It could be revealed that somebody is not on your team, on your side for real. Cancer, what does Cancer need to work through feelings about or calm down about? Don't blow things out of proportion about. You have not worth it. What is Cancer? Rejection. Ooh. What does Cancer need to really work through these feelings about? And this Tower card in reverse. Long term. What else for Cancer with this Tower card in reverse? What else? Let's get inner child trauma. Okay. So, when a situation comes up that is extremely, extremely triggering for you, and it looks like in July, there's definitely going to be in your season a new moon in Cancer, but there will also be a full moon in Capricorn opposite of your sign, because full moons are always opposite the sun. So there is going to be some inner child trauma that likely comes up for you, maybe with a parent or a mom or even a dad. So there's something that comes up for you that is very, very, very triggering, likely in July. And it like feels very, very bad. It feels very dramatic, feels very heavy. But if you dig a little bit deeper beneath the surface, you'll find that you're really like reliving a traumatic situation, or there's some type of PTSD. PTSD has been coming up a lot in your readings for like the last few months. You're reliving a situation that you've already been through. So even though something like triggered these feelings to come up, you may not be as in danger, or things are just feeling like completely terrifying or horrible as they were in the past. Like it just feels very similar. So then your body starts to respond as if like it's really happening to you. So yeah, there's something that can like be similar to a past situation or trigger a situation, likely like a rejection feeling, could be from anybody. I don't know exactly who yet. And it triggers like a strong reaction out of you that kind of makes you resort back to that place that you used to be in, or it shows you that you still got some inner child trauma to heal with rejection, right? Or somebody that shows themselves to not be fully supportive of you. Now, not worth it. Like, be careful of how you react, or what you say in the heat of this moment when this happens. We need a little bit more information about this. Can you tell us more about what's happening here? Why is this happening for Cancer in July? Why is this happening for Cancers in July? Oops. We have completion or closure, house or move. Could be like an ending, unfinished business. Venus retrograde. People from your past may come back around. Time apart. Interview. Okay. So there's like several different things that it could be. And you're probably going to be tempted to take whatever it is very personally, or somebody comes back around that you did not expect to really trigger you the way that they did. Could be an old family member as well, somebody that you have a past history with that wasn't very good, especially that triggers you, unfinished business coming back around, or somebody that rejects you again. Maybe they come back and somebody says that they miss you or they want to make things work with you, especially like a family member type of person. I don't know, I keep getting a family vibe. And then they leave again or they reject you again, and it kind of just reopens a certain wound here. It can also be something that you decide to end, or a situation where you suddenly have to move. But it's like one of those things where you can't really see beyond how you feel about it in the moment. But it is turning out to be a blessing in disguise, okay? So, any advice for Cancer before we move on to tarot? Any advice for Cancers before we move on to tarot? You have single. You have any other advice for Cancers? You'll be seeing some angel numbers to like make you feel more comforted that you're on the right path. For those of you who are like not aligned in the right relationship, whatever happens is going to be like a big sign for you, like a very clear sign that you might suddenly become single, and then you'll find your right soulmate, your real soulmate, your true soulmate, your true compatible partner. It reveals to you what is unrequited or unbalanced in your life, but the way that this happens can feel very uncomfortable. What's going on, Cancer? What is happening? What is happening? But it does seem like it kind of blindsides you, whatever this is. It doesn't seem like it's something that looks very obvious to you right now. And I don't know, for many of you, it's going to be like two different things. It could be like something that you perceive as being bad or worse than it is, or there's something that it actually is bad, but it's like it all just depends on like how you respond to it. Especially if you are a generator or a manifesting generator, it's all about how you respond, okay? So what else is coming towards Cancer that we need to look out for with this Tower? If the Tower comes out in here, I'm going to tell y'all something. What else does Cancer need to look out for in July? What else should Cancers be looking out for in July? Look out for, be mindful of. 4 of Wands in reverse, Ace of Pentacles reverse, 8 of Wands. What else with this energy should Cancers be looking out for? Jeez, my hands are like not gripping the cards. I need some moisture. All right. What else should Cancers be looking out for? Okay. So it's not... This 3 of Cups in reverse. I was like, it's not looking bad. Let me clarify this. Hold on, y'all. Let me clarify this 3 of Cups in reverse. I don't like this card. What is the 3 of Cups in reverse here for? What is the 3 of Cups in reverse here? Like, I need to ask I have my yes or no deck here. I need to know, like, is this something that, like, it really feel, like, is it really something that is bad, or does it just feel bad? Like, does it just seem bad? Like, is this something that's actually happening for Cancers? Is this something that's actually happening? Is this actually happening? Is this Tower actually happening? You have no. You have look for a sign, and then you have no exclamation point. So like I said, like like for some of you, like, yes, it feels bad, or it seems like there's something happening, but it's for a lot of you, it's not actually happening as badly as it feels like it is. Like, it's something that is coming from a place of the past, like a trauma place, or something that, like, you feel like you're revisiting a situation. 3 of Cups in reverse, but it's not going to be like the exact same thing that happened to you before, or like the way you handle it is going to be so much better. But you got to deal with those feelings surrounding it, like feelings of abandonment or rejection or whatever it is. If there's like a perceived thing of somebody betraying you or leaving you, it may not actually be the case, okay? For a lot of you, for many of you, for most of you, it's not actually the case here. It could show you or highlight where there's some imbalances in your relationship. Maybe you're giving too much emotionally and you're not receiving enough, or you're not allowing somebody to give you more. Or there's like Ace of Pentacles in reverse. There's like a missed opportunity that comes up because you are too overthinking it or too in your feelings about it. And this is not to invalidate your feelings by any means, but we do have to sometimes like take a step back and be like, okay, there's sometimes when we can be really overreacting, or we're not looking at the situation from a logical enough perspective, where it's like my feelings surrounding it are just way too involved, and I can't see clearly what's happening, what the facts are, okay? So just be very careful about that, Cancerians. All right, let's get one card for you guys to surrender. What does Cancers need to surrender in July surrounding these situations? Surrender denial. Accept people and situations exactly as they are without denying the difficulties. Then you can see things clearly and make the best decision. So again, our feelings about a situation can keep us in denial for a very, 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 very long time. But if you look at the facts, it's not going to be that scary, because it's like, okay, this is what it is. This is what's happening here. And the more you look at the facts, excuse me. But the more you look at the facts, the easier it becomes to accept the situations. And, you know, being in denial is like an attempt to protect ourselves from feeling pain, but we're still hurting. Okay, you're still hurting because you could clearly see the truth. All right. So be careful about any denial that comes up, that, you know, you're still in denial about something hurting you, something affecting you, something from your past that keeps replaying over and over, or it's like it feels very similar, so it's like it may blow itself out of proportion emotionally if you're not dealing with it. All right. So now let's see, what is the last bit of advice for Cancers in July with this energy? What is the last bit of advice for Cancers dealing with this energy? Ooh. Got the Chariot, that's you. What else for Cancers dealing with this energy? How do they overcome this energy with their feelings? All right, so we have here Justice card and the Empress. So it may be like you need to take some self-care. Four of Swords, you need to take a step back. You need to like really focus on giving yourself, meeting your own emotional needs, putting yourself first. Cancer is about taking care of yourself. It's about self-care. And Justice card, Libra energy is strong here. You could have Libra placements or Taurus placements. Making sure things are very balanced in your own life. All right. And focusing on like fairness and trying not to get all caught up in your head or in your feelings about the situation. You have the King of Pentacles and the King of Cups in reverse. So there could be still needing to work more on like your masculine energy, balancing out your masculine energy, or making amends with like your or authority figures or masculine figures, acceptance within, because you may struggle with relationships to males or men in your life, and that may be something that it affects you and your ability to connect with others or be more intimate with other people. Chariot card. Moving forward, overcoming obstacles. Okay, being resilient, pressing forward, even though, like, you know, sometimes you just got to get stuff done, regardless of how you feel. Sometimes you have to move forward, despite still loving somebody. Sometimes you just have to move on. Like being sad or hurt or guilty or whatever, do not let it become an excuse for you to not move forward, for you to not handle your business, for you to not take care of whatever needs to be taken care of in your life. You know, there is a time and a place for feelings, Okay, feelings are separate from facts and duties and responsibilities. So it's like dealing with those is something that's going to help you to stop procrastinating, stop getting distracted, okay? And be patient with yourself. Focus on your resilience, strength card, and taming your reactions, taming those responses, that fight or flight. You know, you may need to work on or get some type of support or maybe some type of therapy that can help you with your emotional reactions, with your emotional responses, whether that be you shut down, whether that be you blow up, outbursts, you know, whether that be you run away or you deflect or you people please, you project, whatever it is. There's situations that continue to trigger you that did not start with this stuff. That it doesn't start with like whatever's triggering you right now or relationships that trigger you. It started in the past, and you have to like really deal with that if you want to fix everything else, and you want to have better relationships, and you have to have better opportunities, and you want to be more present, and your emotions don't just swallow you up whole. You know, you have to deal with the past. You know, Cancer has a direct correlation to the past. Cancer represents emotions, home life, and the past. So if you're not dealing with the past as a Cancer placement, whatever, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Chiron, Mars, if you're not actively working through the past emotions, they are going to continue to reflect in every new relationship you have, every new opportunity you have. Every time there's an issue, every time there's a conflict, it's going to show up in how you react and respond to those things. So you have to deal with those feelings, okay? As a Cancer, being directly correlated to emotions, water signs have a direct duty in being more responsible for our emotions and cleansing more than other signs do. All right, every sign has a duty that they have to like really work through and accomplish in order for them to feel the most good, successful, have strong intuition. For Cancers, it is about your emotions, and it is about your past, and it is about dealing with those generational traumas and those family wounds. There's always a direct correlation to that, okay? So that's what we got, Cancer. Ooh, child. Things are gonna get easier. Good luck in July, Cancers. Please subscribe to the Patreon if you want to see more early access content, exclusive content, or DM me directly. And check out the shop for the shirts. I am at Tarot by Bronx on everything.